morning, YouTube fam. This is your boy J Money here. It's been over a week since I posted a video, guys. Work. Holiday season is here. Gotta get it while it's good, man. I've been pulling all kinds of shifts, racking in some dough, buying people gifts, whatever. But you guys did not come here for that. You guys came here for a Banlist talk. So, how should I put this? This Banlist hit all the insurance cards.
Oh no!
All the insurance policies are gone. Now, a lot of y'all are probably confused on what I mean by insurance. So, Infernoble's Smoke Grenade was a card and ripped all of the cards that you cannot respond to. All the unrespondable cards, all these supposed to be fours on the unreactable cards. The Kaijus, the Dark Rulers, the Droplets. That is what made Smoke Grenade so good. And if they just so happen to not have any kind of blowouts that you couldn't react to, which they likely did, you can just hit their starter or whatever. Buster Lock. It's not really the same card, but it is still insurance for if you get Dark Rulered, if you get Droplets, you're not, caught with your pants down. You still had something you could do. Or you had something to hold back the opponent with just a little bit. And that is an extra deck lock and all that. Now, it didn't protect you against Kaijus like Smoke Grenade did, but Buster Lock was that insurance. Just in case. And Link Cross, if you got your Needle Fiber hand trapped and you had an extender that happened to be a tuner, like Emancipator Researcher, Oliver, any of the Dragon Link stuff. Like if your Romulus got hit, you turn it into Link Cross, you activate Quick Launch, you summon your Rocket Tracer, you make Fiber, you keep going, and everybody was having a good time. All these cards were insurance for when things went wrong, or if your opponent had things that would make things go south really fast. And, all of our insurance policies are gone. So now, Big, Daddy Konami, as in the police, kind of just, came knocking on our door and saying our insurance policies are fraudulent because they came from fraudulent insurance companies. And so we're now driving without insurance and all that. So, at this point, now if we get caught by the cops, we can either A, get a fat ass ticket, B, get our license revoked, or C, go to jail if we're going, 20 miles over the speed limit and all that. So, ladies and gents, we need new insurance policies. What do we got, man? We got to put our heads together. We need to have new insurance policies because the last thing we need to do is just instant lose to these cards. I mean, you're not going to instant lose to hand traps per se, but Link Cross definitely makes hand traps easier and all that. And, but Dark Ruler and Droplet is still a huge issue. Those two cards in particular are going to get insanely stronger because of the loss of Smoke Grenade and Buster Lock. So, if again, you get pulled over by the cops, you have no insurance. So now we need new insurance. Dark Ruler is a little bit easier to work with still. If you have like a Point of the Red Lotus, you have VFDs. A lot of decks are moving towards VFD. The main issue is Droplet though, because that is Dark Ruler as a quick effect. And because of the fact that it is indeed a quick play spell, it is infinitely harder to play around. So, not only do you need a quick effect like BFD, or if I'm playing out Emancipators, Tornado Dragon, and a set Scythe by Artifact Dagda, which before this Banlist, I had a second place box tournament out of Emancipator list I was wanting to upload and show you guys, because I got second place without Emancipators. And I was going to show that, and then the Banlist dropped, and I'm like, well, that's out the window. So, that's why I mentioned that Emancipator so much. Tornado Dragon, set Scythe. So, Scythe and Tornado Dragon, or VFD, are your new kind of insurance policies for Dark Ruler, but Droplet is another issue. So, you have to have Arc Light on field. Arc Light essentially means your opponent can chain droplet, but they cannot send a monster during the draw phase or standby phase because Arclight exists. Therefore, you can negate the card, and so be it. End of story. You're having a good day. However, the problem with this is the easiest way to summon Arclight was via Link Cross. You always summoned a level 2 tuner. It didn't matter what deck it was Dragoonity Phalanx, Oliver turned into Formula, and then Token turned into Marcher. Like whatever you brought back card, you made you made Arclight with the Auroradon token to level 1. You did it that way. Emancipators did it with like Metal Marcher and the Link Cross token. So without the Link Cross, making Arclight is a little bit tougher. So you're now needing to do a few things. You either just need a Dark Law-esque kind of effect, but you still need to put a negate on the board because you gotta negate the droplets. All Arclight is doing is making it to where droplets can be negated. And that's essentially it. But if your opponent's smart and they think you're going into VFD Turbo and they think you can put an Arclight, they may hold everything. They may have the imperm for your VFD, and then you just go Arclight negate, and then you just go, okay, droplet. Yeah, that card is really, really annoying to play around. So again, we are back to square one, where we have the dynamic to where you need to stop your opponent from just activating spell cards in the first place if you want to survive. Because again, you don't want to be caught driving by the cops without insurance. So, yeah. There's not too much you can say there. There is things like a Point of the Red Lotus to where you can flip it over on standby phase and they can chain droplet. But whatever they discard, and if they try to blink your whole field, then you can just look at their hand and take their starter away. Bada bing, bada boom, whatever. It is what it is. But not every deck wants to play trap cards either. So, there's that. Yeah, Infernobles. We're resorting to Doppel Warrior plays because it's a level 2 warrior that produces 2 tokens like Link Cross when sent to the grave as link material. But you don't want to use Oliver to do it because if you do, then Nibiru becomes really, really safe. Insanely safe at that point. So you want to use Renaud, but the problem is Doppel Warrior is not a fire warrior, and that can cause some problems there, so you need to keep another fire extender. Either you're playing 3 Flint Ladies or you're keeping Quantum Red later on the field, but you want to link that off because you want to re-summon Dolphin back from your graveyard and rip another card from their hand and all that mess. There's no smoke grenade, so you can still rip 4 cards from your opponent's hand. You can see the Dark Ruler. It's like, okay, Dark Ruler can get played, but if you have no other cards in your hand, whatever. So yeah, you can Dolphin your opponent 3 times and Omega your opponent once still. So this is just my little synopsis here. What do I think is going to be relevant? Of course, Virtual World's going to be on top. It was already on top before the list. They didn't play Link Cross, they didn't play Smoke Grenade, and they didn't play Buster Lock, so the deck is completely unhinged, untouched, and it is just fine. Zodiacs, on the other hand, may be a nice check for Virtual World. They don't really... It depends on if they get access to the trap card and how often they can get it. But if not, you can sit on the Dryden and pop the VFD on the next turn. And then at this point, you can start doing some little back and forth shenanigans there. You don't really have too much of a risk of getting OTK. It depends on the grave setup they got and all that other stuff. So there's all kinds of depending factors with that matchup. So outside of those 2 decks, you still have Dragon Link. There's a very, very degenerate combo that I already know I can pull off right now that if I look on the internet, I don't think I've seen this anywhere. So maybe I'll just do the combo tutorial on my channel, or maybe I just won't reveal it at all, so it doesn't gain steam and cards that are involving it doesn't get hit. So maybe I'll just do that. I'm not saying these decks, that got hit from these 3 cards getting banned, can't do stuff. They can still make nearly the same plays they can make They just don't have insurance, which is what you need if you're trying to play a combo-based deck. You have to have insurance. It's no questions asked. You have to. It's not an option. You need to have some kind of insurance to play this, to play any kind of combo-based deck at a competitive level. You have to be able to play through at least 2 hand traps, because everybody's still playing upwards of 12 to 15 of them things. You need to have some kind of insurance policy put in place for when that car wrecks you, being Dark Ruler and Droplet. You gotta have those insurance policies put in place. Now that our easiest options are gone. They're not the only options. Again, there's other options, but you gotta go through a lot more hoops to do it. And some of these options aren't too consistent. So let me know what your thoughts are, guys. I've been meaning to make this video for a couple days now since the list has been out, but I've just been busy. So forgive me, guys. Anyway, be sure to leave comments down below, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and yeah, I will be back with you guys maybe with some more some Adamantimeter combos, maybe some new Infernoble combos, because I haven't done an Infernoble in a minute because I've been doing a bunch of other decks. Yeah, guys, just let me know what you guys want me to do next, or I'll just decide for you. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is J Money, and I am signing out.